Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amber Scholes, or @AmberRuns on Instagram. I wanted to do kind of a little update video on how am I. Right now I'm currently in my dorm. As you can see, Trader Joe's O's are right there. But I'm in my dorm room. I definitely have suite mates here. They're going to be hearing me talking to this camera, and that's okay because I haven't made a YouTube video in about a month, and I feel like it's about time that I kind of just answer all of your guys' questions that you have been asking me and really give you a good update on my life and how I've been and everything that's been going on with me, because a lot has been going on. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know where to start this video because so much has happened in my life over the past 5 weeks that I've been here at High Point. It's insane. Literally so much has happened, and I feel like my life has gone like woo, like constant roller coaster. Oh my gosh. First question is, how is college going for you so far? So that's a really broad question because right now I'm running D1 cross country, and I'm also balancing that with school and doing a lot of schoolwork, which I feel like a lot of people, when you go to college, like for a sport or something, like you forget that like there's school involved. Like, you know, you still have to go to school and do your classes. And I am actually majoring in social media and digital communication. I'm taking a lot of like pre-rec types classes right now, so it's like a lot of philosophy and like weird stuff like we could be living in a simulation. I'm taking Italian. Italian is really, really hard for me right now. History of the Holocaust class. School is pretty busy throughout the week just because we have really long practices some days, and then I have to go to class, and then we also have 6 hours of study hall. So, and a lot of you guys know, obviously, like based off of my YouTube videos and things, like I am a super free-spirited person. I don't like to be held down. I don't necessarily like to have like obligations, which sounds bad, but that's been a huge struggle since being here, to be honest, is having so many little obligations and such a set structure. A lot of people might possibly think that I'm a type A personality, or it's like really structured, perfectionist type of person, and then there's me. There's not. I am not like that. I'm a very free-spirited. I am all over the place in a good way. I have ADHD. I just like to be free. I don't like to have set things. I love working and grinding and working towards a specific goal and having, and like especially when it comes to running, having that practice and doing that type of stuff. But I like to be able to do my own thing, and it's been a very hard struggle here not being able to, you know, go out and do my own thing. And, you know, putting this out on the internet is, a lot of people wouldn't do this. Like, and I can't really think of many people that would just sit in front of a camera and just tell how they're feeling, and like honestly putting a lot of like stuff that might be controversial out there. But I also think it's so important because there's so many different types of people in the world, and there's so much, you know, that is so similar between us, that it's by me sharing my experience and what I have kind of gone through these last few weeks, and what I've learned and how I've felt, if that can help somebody out there, like that's my main goal with everything that I post. And obviously to make you smile and to make you laugh and to be positive. That is the main reason why. Ew, disgusting. I'm not sick, I promise. That's what they all say. Right now, running wise, at the beginning of the year and over the summer, I was training a lot, 40 miles a week, which is higher than I've ever been able to run before. And as many of you guys know, I struggled with an eating disorder in the past, and I have never really been able to train very much. I haven't been able to do very much miles, not very much volume, and very, very little strength. And over the years, I've accumulated, well, over like the year and a half, 2 years that I've been in recovery, I've accumulated a lot more strength, and I was able to get up to 40 miles a week consistently for a while and have a lot more training. And then once I got to High Point, I started adding in a lot more heavy lifting and a lot harder of workouts, and keeping up with the same volume. And I started feeling a lot of like my shin pain again, and a lot of just like little things that, you know, honestly really haven't gotten much better. And you know, I'm training more than ever before, and I'm also walking more than ever before. Like, I was clocking in over 30,000 steps a day, and it was, honestly, the first couple of weeks, I felt like I was just going to have a breakdown every single day. Like, it got extremely hard, and I was also trying to balance in, still am, you know, you wake up, you go to practice, you have your 4-hour practice, you have to run, you do your lift, and obviously this is, you know, the point of coming to college. This is what you sign up for. So it's not like it's a surprise, but it doesn't make it any easier, and it doesn't make it any less valid that it's difficult and it's hard. You know, you wake up 5 in the morning and you start your workout, and then you do your lift, then you're walking everywhere, and then you have your classes, and then you have your seminars, and then you have your study hall hours that you have to do every single week, NCAA rule thing. And then you don't really have any leftover time, because then you also have to go and you have to study and you have to do your stuff. And for me, that is, like, that's not something I'm used to doing. I am used to kind of just being free to take my time doing things and listening to my body, listening to what feels right to me, and following whatever my heart and my soul says in that moment for me to do, whether that's in a creative way or whether that's in a let me go escape to nature way, or whatever that may be. Like, I've always had an option to listen exactly to my heart, my soul, my mind, my body. And being in a college setting, in a dorm, living with other people, which I love my roommate. Thankfully, me and my roommate get along so well, and we really help each other through so much. And she totally gets me, and she knows how I am, like the free-spirited, don't like to have obligations. And, you know, not having an obligations thing sounds bad, but it's in a certain way that, like, it's a freedom thing, and she gets that about me, and she really helps me. And, you know, college is a really short period of time too, and everything is temporary, and I always remind her that stuff too, because, you know, she gets wrapped up in school, and it's really easy to when you're in this type of setting. So we really help balance each other out, which I'm so thankful for. I steal her frozen bananas a lot, which... yeah, these are her bananas. This is actually her section right here that I'm sitting in. I'm sitting in her section right now, but she doesn't care, so it's okay. Well, actually, I didn't ask, but I hear my sweet mates. Right now, with college, it's a very up and down with how kind of like my mental health is doing. Just because I question a lot. I'm like, you know, is this really for me? But then I have to remember everything else that comes along with being in college. Like, it's not just about running, and it's not just about school. It's about the friends and the memories and everything else, and the wisdom that is going to come along with being in college. And it's, you know, it's so much more than, you know, coming here to, you know, be in school to get a degree, or it's so much more than being here just to run certain times or place at certain races. I'm here to learn and become the best version of myself, whatever that may be. And, you know, every single moment in time is temporary, and I think that's so important to remember that, like, no situation that we're in is permanent. Everything is temporary, and I know I'm not going to be living in this dorm room forever. Like, this is temporary, and that has really been something that's been helping me get through these last couple of weeks, because it has been probably couple of the hardest few weeks of my life. Like, it's been really good, and I'm surrounded by so many good people. My coaches are amazing, my teammates are amazing, but, you know, that doesn't take away from how hard everything is, and that's okay, because if things are easy, then what's the point of waking up every day and trying to get better and improve ourselves? So, you know, don't want everything to be easy. Being able to struggle and go through this stuff is what makes it all worth doing, because so much wisdom, so much strength, so much is going to come from that, and I know that. I know a lot of athletes, whether you're a high school athlete, whether you're running still in middle school, elementary school, like literally all athletes, whether you're running in college, everybody feels the pressure that, like, if you're struggling, that you can't talk to someone and tell them that you're struggling. And for the first couple of weeks, I had this like idea in my head. I was like, I can't say that I'm struggling, because if I say that I'm struggling, that shows weakness, and like everybody else out here is probably struggling too with something. There's other people out there that are working harder than you, and they're not complaining that they're too tired to wake up or that their body is hurting. And I felt like I needed to like, that I was like weak for saying that I was tired or overwhelmed, or that everything was just, it felt like too much. And it made me really realize how quickly that like everything that comes with being a college athlete, or just in college or in any sport or in no sport at all, how things become so toxic so fast. That is why so many tragedies happen, is because it almost becomes a bad thing to say that you're struggling, or that you're overwhelmed, or that everything feels like it's too much weight on your shoulders and that it's too much. Because it's hard to separate ourselves from the moment that we are in. Like, when we are in a moment when we are struggling, when everything is piling up on top of us, there's assignments, there's pressures from coaches, there's pressures from teammates, there's pressure from yourself to do and perform a certain way. And when all of that feels too much, you know, what are we supposed to do? And, you know, that's something that I've really been reflecting on these past few weeks when I feel that way, and really trying to just separate myself from that moment and be like, this is temporary. And honestly, none of it really matters. You're human. I'm human. We're all human. And the point of us being here and doing everything that we do is to find happiness and to be happy. And, you know, we might not be happy in every single moment, and that's a good thing, because then when we do find happiness, it makes it so worth it, and we can learn so much from those moments that we aren't. But the reason I'm saying this, and I'm sharing how overwhelmed and how hard moments can be, especially with how busy being a college student athlete is like, reach out for help. Talk to people. Like, thankfully, I have a roommate that I can talk to, and I have my parents that I can talk to. I've talked to my coach multiple times, and like times we have to feel really uncomfortable and have really uncomfortable conversations in order to help ourselves. And I think so important to remember. And if you ever see a teammate or anybody that is struggling, don't hesitate to talk to them or ask them if they're okay. Like, something that I'm so thankful for here is that so many people and teammates are like, are you okay? Or just ask if I'm okay, even if I look okay. And there's been days where every single time somebody asks me that, I cry. And, you know, that's okay. I'm so thankful to have people in my life that ask me that. And I just encourage anybody, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if everything feels like too much, just reach out to somebody, because I promise you that somebody cares. Somebody out there cares and will help you and be there for you. Remember that this moment is temporary and that nothing is going to last forever, and how you feel in this moment isn't going to last forever, and you will be happy again. And maybe you are happy. Maybe everything is going great. And maybe you're going to get into those hard moments again, and you're going to have to fight your way through, and you're going to get stronger, and you're going to get wiser through those moments. But I'm going to answer a few of your guys' questions, because you guys have a lot of them. I ended up just blabbing for a really long time, but I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions. Question number 1, I keep being asked about like my races, because I have raced once so far. So like I said, I've been dealing with a lot of pain. I'm not going to lie. I've been dealing with a lot of pain. As you guys know, I dealt with an eating disorder for 5 years, and I had zero strength. Zero. I'm talking, when I started strength training, I was starting from ground zero. And I've had to build up a lot of strength, but I'm still very weak. I'm strong, but I need to be stronger in order to handle so much volume. So I'm doing a lot of cross training right now, and I raced once. I ran an 18:02 5K, which was my last vlog. But I've had to miss a race since then because I'm having so much shin pain. And then I'm also going to have to miss my race this weekend because of a few other things that are happening. I know that life is so much more than running and that I'm so much more than running, so my mindset is really good around it. Obviously, I would love to be out there with my teammates and running and everything, but I know that everything is temporary and everything happens for a reason, and that it will all play out as it should. This is just challenging me in other ways to keep continuing to find myself outside of running and know that I'm so much more. Someone said, what surprises you the most about college? And honestly, what surprises me the most about college is how much I miss home. I really didn't think I was going to miss home at all, but I do. I miss surfing. I honestly miss Florida. Like, I don't miss like my house. I don't miss my room. I don't miss that. I miss my dogs. I miss my mama. I miss my friends and the sun. And I miss the palm trees. And I miss surfing. I really, really do. Do you like your dining hall? How do I feel about the dining hall? My friends could answer this for you. I'm not the biggest fan of the dining hall. It is mid. It is better than a lot of other dining halls, and I know that, and it's good, but it's not my first choice. We said, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I love this question. So I feel like being in college has made me reflect on this a lot, and as most of you guys know, for a really long time, I always wanted to be a professional runner. Newsflash, I don't want to be a professional runner anymore. No, I don't want to be a professional runner anymore. I want to do things like rock climbing. I want to like climb mountains. I want to hike. I want to adventure. I want to explore. I want to surf. I want to live my life to the absolute fullest. I still want to run. I am probably going to run for the rest of my life. Like, I'm always going to be running, and I want to do lifting, and I want to just explore so much, and I want to share as much of it as I can, and that's honestly where I see myself in 5 years. I see myself exploring. I see myself probably having a home base somewhere in Florida because I love Florida, but I want to make my own business, make my own company. I've been working on a lot of stuff right now, actually, that is going to be coming out soon. I think you guys are going to be really, really excited about it. I wouldn't say it's coming out soon. I would say it's coming out in the near future. But then a lot more stuff is going to be coming out after that because I want to create my own business and be a businesswoman that also likes to surf. Goals at the moment are to post, be more active on YouTube, post more, and just kind of be more engaged in my YouTube because I love it. I just need to find time to do it. And as you can see, after everything I said, very difficult. And I also just want to find 100% peace and happiness within myself, but that's a goal that I always have. So I thought my roommate was walking in. That scared me. All in all, college is going good, but it has been a challenge for me in a lot of different ways, and I feel myself growing in a lot of different ways too. And if you made it this far in the video, comment, be positive, because as you guys know, that is my absolute phrase, and I love you guys so much. Remember to stay positive, stay hype, and live your life on runner's high. Love you guys. Peace out.